Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. And happy and blessed Friday for all of you, and or happy and blessed Saturday if you're already enjoying that weekend. So let's find out what is our topic for today.
So, our topic for today on empowering life through an online business, episode 24, we'll be talking about freedom to be present. How an online business change family life.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be talking today. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hello, everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello, hi everyone. My name is Yesenia, but everyone knows me as Jessie. I'm a nurse by professional. I live here in Ontario, Canada, but I'm originally from Cuba. I have a business online. I'm a mentor.
Hello everyone. Happy Friday. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico, now living in North Carolina with my family. I am also a proud digital business owner and a mentor.
Yes. Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Jesse. And we also want to remind everyone that every Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have our live webinar. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business, all you have to do is just register into any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar. So that one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday, one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both. And our live webinar happens at the same time those 2 days, so which is 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. The second link that you receive there is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, so what is it that we're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works, and also you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So if you want to catch yesterday's live webinar, the replay of yesterday's live webinar, before next Tuesday's live webinar, here were the hosts and panelists for that day.
Okay, so yesterday we had Elena as our host. She is a job quitter now and a full time digital business owner. We also had Tanisha and Teresha. One is a recovery assistant, and the other one is a teacher. We had PB and Josh. PB is a registered nurse, and Josh is an Airbnb host. And we also had Dorothy, who is an anti money laundering analyst.
We also have Atika, she's a nurse. Fatima is NYPD officer, and Anusha is accountant, buyer advocate, and Hien, technical support. So all these people were on a live webinar yesterday, November 6th. Remember, we have live webinar every Tuesdays and Thursday, always at the same time, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And the only thing you have to do is register with your name and email, and we contact you back. We send you an email back with your personal link so you can access this webinar every Tuesday and Thursday.
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Jesse. Yeah, so if you're catching yesterday's replay, our replays have subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages. So Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So there you go. Okay, so let's dive into our topic for today.
Okay, our topic is um, freedom to be present, how online business changes family life.
Yes, so that's what we're gonna be talking today. So, welcome back to another episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business, and happy Friday for everyone, or happy Saturday if you're already on Saturday. So today's episode touches the heart of why so many of us started this journey, and that is freedom to be present. In a world where are constantly rushing, commuting, overworking, and missing precious moments with our loved ones, having an online business changes everything. It's not just about earning income, it's about regaining time, presence, and peace. So let's talk about three powerful ways an online business creates the freedom to truly be there for what matters the most. So that's what we're going to be talking today. So what are today's points?
So today's points are point number one, time freedom, strength, family bonds. Number two, flexibility, reduce stress and improve health. Point number three, you model possibility for the next generation. So if you like this topic, stay with us and we're going to dig in.
Yes, thank you, Jesse. Okay, so let's move on to point number one.
Okay, so point number one, family, what is it? Time freedom strengthens family bonds. And according to um, this study from C1 Gallup, wait a minute, from this study, this is a fact from Gallup study found that 70% of parents feel they don't spend enough meaningful time with their families because of work commitments. So for years, I was one of them. I can really testify to this. Between corporate deadlines and school schedules, I remember rushing through mornings, eating dinner late, and realizing that while I was providing for my family, I wasn't always present with them. I remember that when I had to work on the weekends, my son would be having games, because he was always doing sports. And I was working, I couldn't be there to watch him play. And I remember that sometimes when he played during my lunchtime, I only had 30 minutes for lunch. So I used to like rush out and watch him. I was there 5 minutes because, the drive over there, the time I had to watch him and then I had to drive back to work, I only had 5 minutes to watch him. And I felt so guilty because I couldn't be there for him. So, traditional jobs often demand strict hours and long commutes. And as a mom, that meant missing moments that truly matter, with my kids, like sports, school events, and even just enjoying, a breakfast meal with them during the weekend because I didn't have the time to just sit down and enjoy it with them. So even simple conversations after a long day, those small moments, the ones that build deep connection, were often sacrificed um, to, I was always sacrificing those because of my responsibilities at work, and I couldn't really have the time to be there with them. But everything began to change when I discovered the digital world. Building my online business gave me something that no paycheck ever could, and it gave me time freedom, the time that to just feel that peace and be able to sit down with them, go play their favorite sports with them, and be truly present and not just watching my clock like, oh my god, I gotta go back now, so everything changed when I found this business because now, you know I'm the one who decides what I do with my time. So I could finally design my day around my family, not the other way around. So now I get to enjoy weekdays, walks with them, with my grandkids, with my kids, share coffee, or even make them, a delicious breakfast with my daughter. I also have time with her. In fact, this morning we went early in the morning in the cold. We went on a walk with our pup. And late last night, we were out, all of us playing pickleball with the family, and when we had such a great time, and we didn't have to worry about we have to get back because we have an early morning, or we have to get back because we have other commitments. We did it, and we enjoyed it, and that's something, that nothing can give you, that peace and that family time that we create together, you know so I also enjoy just spending time with my parents. So those moments remind me that the real wealth, is about working. It's not about working harder. It's about living fully. And that's what I was telling you earlier, that inner peace that you get is priceless. It's totally priceless for me. Because when you reclaim your time, you don't just change your schedule, you strengthen bonds that gives your life meaning. So that's I think when somebody has that, when you really have that time freedom, to fully enjoy your family, it means the world. It is everything, because as long as you have the health and the time freedom and you have family, you have more than you ever hoped for, I think.
Thank you, Isabel. Yeah, so Isabel taught us about time freedom strengthens family bonds. And yes, when you're more present, you build that bond with your loved ones. So it could be your kids, it could be your parents. Um, and that's something that allows you, an online business allow you to be there present, like many times, in other lives, Isabel mentioned that, because of this online business, now she can go and be with her dad. Last time, when her dad was in the hospital, she was there. And if she was working, she wasn't going to be able to do that. But thanks to this online business, she was there fully present, for her dad during those times. So that's the family bonding that you're creating. All right, so let's move on to point number two.
Okay, so point number two is about flexibility, reduce stress, and improve health. Okay, so the American Psychology Association report that 77% of people experience stress to work-related pressures, which differently impact family relationship and health. When the boss say you have to do these 5 pages, or we have a project you have to handle in 3 weeks, you get home and you start thinking about the project, so you spend more time at work. Even when you're home, you're already thinking about your job. So it take that time away from you. And now, because you are stressed and you are overworked, now it's impacting your health. Okay. So online business offers flexibility, work in your own time, from your own space, at your own pace. That freedom lowers stress and create a space for peace, rest, and presence. And this is something they learned. As a nurse, I thought that I was healthy. I thought that I was good. But then I realized that I was overworked. I was born out, because we don't see it, because that's our normal. That's the only way that we know. And then when I start waking up, they start seeing, wait a minute, there is another way, there is another path. And that's what opened my mind, and my eyes. So let's have an example here. When you are not tied to the rigid schedule, you show up calmer, more grounded, and more connected for yourself, and for those ones you love. And that's what we're talking about, the flexibility that this business offer you. You know how good, um like the opportunities. Isa was talking about time before, and I think that was one of my main reasons. It's still one of my main reasons. I want to have time. We'll, like, let's be real. Life go, uh, life moves so fast. You are between work, family responsibilities, and at the end of the day, you are running empty. And that's the truth. And that's the truth, that the people that you love, and that's the truth, the people around you, because we're all on that cycle. We just have to wake up a little bit. before I start my digital business, I was working long hours as a nurse, constantly on the go. I was emotionally, physically exhausted and drained, as I said before. And even when I was home, my mind was still at work. I was not present. Did I share about that patient? Oh my gosh, I forgot to pass to the next nurse about the input, or about the catheter, or about the antibiotic, or to watch that behavior. So I was at home. The few times I was at home, when I was at home, I was thinking of work. And that's at the end of the end of the day, that's take a toll on you. And when you put time, when you put years on it, it get worse. But then I discovered the online space, my online business. I was able to make my own thing, and that's when everything changed, when the game changer. No, not because I was suddenly was easier, like because I start my business, I have an easy life. No, not because that. It's because I start regaining control, and that's the big word here: control. I was control over my time. I have control on my schedule. I have control over when I want to rest, when I want to recharge, when I want to have fun, when I want to be on bed, when I want to be on the couch, when I want to walk my dog. I regain that control. And that is what flexibility really means. That's what life changing is. You know, and that helped to lower your stress. You sleep better, and then you become, those relationships that you have around you become stronger. Your friends, your family, and the people that you normal contact, those strengths become stronger, because now you are less stressed. You are seeing the life in another way. You don't need to earn millions of dollars to have a better life. You just need to gain your time. And that's is the goal. That's the main goal that I'm looking for. Because when I regaining my time, I'm stressed. I'm less stressed, but I'm healthy. And my health improve. My energy return. When I was working a lot, I was like, go ahead and go. And we're like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Give me that bed. But then I started thinking that my body was changing, my attitude, the way I was thinking, the way I was behaving around the others. So I was no, I stopped being on constantly rush, and constantly anxiously, and constantly burnout, and I started feeling something much better. I was being peace. I was less pressure. I was able to breathe, and I was able to be present. So this is what this main topic is all about.
Thank you, Jesse. So yeah, Jesse taught us about flexibility allows you to reduce the stress and improve health because you can work on your own term and your own space, and like you can create that balance that Jesse was talking about. Be able to have time to rest, be able to have time to do her business, and do her work and be present for her family. So um, that's what the online world, the online business allows you to create that flexibility. All right, so let's go to the next point. So your model possibility for the next generation. Okay, so that's what we're gonna be talking today. For that point, I mean, so when I work in the film industry, my life revolved around long hours, unpredictable schedules, and constant deadlines. So I was proud of my work because that was my work since that was my dream job since I was a little girl. But somewhere along the way, I started wonder, is this really the legacy I want to leave to the rest? Like I wanted to show, because I mean, we always, try to kind of like follow the same steps of, our family or previous generation, but kind of like improving. So I tried to go into the film, thinking it was better, and it was for a while, until you start feeling all those uh, stress and all that kind of stuff that Jesse was mentioning before. So I want more than a successful career. I wanted a life with balance, purpose, and presence. When one where I could be there for my loved ones while still growing, contributing, and living with meaning. So that desire became even stronger when I thought about the generations that, are watching us. For example, could be for many in our community, our children's, for me, my nieces and nephews and the young people in our community. So they're not just listening to what we say, but they're also watching us what we do. And even like um, many of my followers, for example, on my business page in Facebook, are like younger generations, so they are watching us on these social media platforms, so they are also learning to be able to create a better lifestyle than what we are used to, the 9 to 5. So create that balance that we're looking for, the time freedom. So, according to Harvard Graduate School of Education report, found that children are 40% more likely to pursue their dreams when they see their parents take courageous, purpose-driven action. And I think we in our community we've seen a lot of those many kids from our community members that they are following the step of their parents, and even little ones, they see their parents in a regular basis. They see what they do, they want to follow the steps when they actually get the age, to be able to do the business. So that's they're not looking into working for someone else, they're working on their own terms, so because they see what their parents are doing. So that truth hit me deeply, because when we take bold steps toward our vision, we're not only transforming our own lives, we are showing the next generation what's possible. And that's what we're trying to show through our lives, showing other people that there is other possibilities besides, having a job where you're trading your time instead of having money working for you and not you trading your time for money. So when your kids, your family, and your community sees you're building something aligned with your values, something that brings you joy, brings you freedom, and brings you that fulfillment, they begin to understand that success doesn't have to come at the cost of your peace or your family time. So through my digital business, I learned that we can build both the income, the impact, purpose, and the presence. So I no longer have to choose between working on being, at work, or being with my family, or between ambition or alignment. I get now to choose what I want. So they see me creating a business that reflects my faith, my passion, and my priorities. They see that success isn't about running faster, it's about building smarter with systems that work for you and a community that walks with you. So every step that you take in faith, every life you host, every lesson you learn, and every risk you embrace becomes a mirror for someone else's to see what's possible for them too. So you're not just building income, you're just building a legacy for other people, not only our families, but for other people that are watching us live here. So here's your action step for you today. So ask yourself, what message am I modeling through my actions today? Let your life be the example that reminds others, especially the next generation, that success can be built with faith, freedom, and family at the center. So that's the message for this point. Okay, so what is our key takeaway for this topic?
Okay, our key takeaways: freedom isn't just about money, it's about moments, the moments you can never get back. Online businesses give you the choice to be fully present for life, not just watch it pass by.
Yes. And what is our message for the audience?
So, our message for you: if you've been craving more time with your family, more flexibility, and more peace, comment freedom below, okay, on the message. And we watch, and then we will send you a message to watch our free info section. It's a time to create a life that fits around your family, not the other way around.
Yes. Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Jesse. So we have arrived to our end of our life. So we hope so that you really got alignment, about how to create that freedom to be present for your loved ones, and through an online business allows you to to do that, to be fully present for your loved ones, to take care of your health, like Jesse was mentioning, the flexibility allows you to have that, take care of that mental and your well-being, so not to be stressed, to reduce that stress. And also, building that legacy for others, when you show an example, other people get to see you, and then they can see, there are better options for them than, trading that time for, instead of being spent with your loved ones, the family. So if you want to learn how you can build your online business and start earning online, here are 3 ways that you can get in touch with us. So you can either put in the comments more info, or you can send us a private message and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. Or you can register directly into our website with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. So if when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain 2 links. The first one is to register to the live webinar. So that one will take you to a page that will have 2 buttons, one for Tuesday and one for Thursday, since those are the 2 days that we have our live webinar, and it happens at the same time, 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. The second link you get there is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group, where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. So now you're probably wondering, so what is it that we're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works. And also you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So if you want to catch the replay from yesterday's live webinar before next Tuesday's webinar, live webinar, you just have to register into the websites that appear on the screen, or like we mentioned before, you can send us a private message or put in the comments more info. So, okay, so let's dive in into what is our topic for next Friday.
Yeah, so next Friday, our topic will be Our Story is Your Power, Faith and Entrepreneurship Building with Purpose and Passion.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be talking next Friday. So, because when faith meets purpose, your business becomes a calling, not just a career. So, that's the focus for next Friday. So, we want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. To our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. We want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Friday for those who are on Friday, and a happy and blessed Saturday for those who are already on Saturday, and a happy and blessed weekend for everyone. So thank you again for being here with us. And until the next episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. So thank you again, everyone. Thank you for watching, and God bless you all.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
guys.
much.
Bye. Have a
Bye.
good weekend.